kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can catch the football as well. So, no doubt, the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
Here comes the heat. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Man, that is a picture-perfect start for this defense. Number one objective, get off the field even better. Third down, force them into a passing situation. You win, you hit the quarterback. Nice start by this D.
And here comes the punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Shoot, quick toss to the right. Some really tough running there. Gets him to the 45-yard line. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Rides the back. And he didn't get the pitch off, and he paid the price. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Found the spot in the defense. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
This offense thrives on those big, explosive plays, and that one has them set up with a 1st and 10 from the 17. Quick handoff. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. They were trying to hit the corner on that loss, but the defense refused to lose contain. Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And how about the inside linebacker flying through there? You see those guys come up, and you see how fast they can come up and fit the run. But how about blitzing the quarterback, getting to the quarterback, getting the big sack?
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Not a particularly long kick from 36 yards out, but he'll have to guide it in from the left hash. Absolutely perfect. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Here comes the offense onto the field again. They'll leave it with him. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Wants to go up top. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. Better find the air plugged. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Complete out of the backfield. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's fourth down. Hunt is on its way. Makes the grab close to the logo. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Throws for the tight end. Got his man to the left. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. On the direct snap, it's Tyson. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. They'll run the screen. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Wants to go up top. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He gets just inside the red zone and goes out of bounds at the 19. They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. The give on the option. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he'll take it in for a touchdown. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, you know, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Soft spot in the middle. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. They'll run it from the gun, fighting off the defender. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Trying play action. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. They bring the punter onto the field now. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. Here comes the offense back onto the field. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. Kept it on the ground on 1st down, now back to the line. Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd, and the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. I don't think when the quarterback called out the Mike backer that he knew that the Mike backer was going to come calling on him quite so quickly.
Nah, it was good timing, right? Like, you don't want to show it too soon to the offensive lineman, call it out and pick you up. You could tell, did a good job buying a little bit of time, and then on the snap, boom, shot out of a cannon, right to the quarterback, gets the sack.
They boot it away. Just needs a crack to get a return. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Looking downfield on 1st down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Under fire. It's complete to the left. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. They'll try the run. He's stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success. Caught over the middle. It's Stone. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the 1st down, and they like to do this. When they make a 1st down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. The handoff as they run the counter play here. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets them up at the 26 with the 1st down. They'll go to the fullback. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Got his man quickly. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. He'll keep it himself. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Fires to the middle. Finds his man open. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
Well, this quarterback, I think, has earned the right to take shots here late in the first half. They've had a lot of success. They've got the lead. They're not going to play it safe. He's going to make good decisions, and when he has opportunities to throw strikes, he's going to hit those throws.
Now you got to think they'll really go on the attack. Big play as we set up 1st and 10 from the 48. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the read. He's going to keep it. And he forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And when you're on defense and it's wet and it's rainy, you know exactly what time it is. That ball gets a little heavier. It gets a little slicker. You're trying to get to that thing. You know you get your hand on it. There's a good chance it's coming out. Nice job by the defense forcing it with the assist from the weather.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. It's complete to the right. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now 2nd down. They'll run it from the gun. Picks up the 1st down, still moving. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a 1st down. Off the play fake. Catch in the middle, it's Booker. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quickly complete. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Here's a heat. Moving out of the pocket. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster. Their hope for a touchdown gone by the boards, but they'll try to put up 3 before going to the locker room. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
That late-in-the-half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've had ourselves a really entertaining first half. And talk about a good, competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these two programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been, well, a good, competitive game so far. They don't call me the most creative man in broadcasting for nothing, you know. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to start the 2nd half.
We're all locked up here in the 3rd quarter as he's set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. Going to the run to start this second half. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. He'll heave it deep. He holds it in, and nobody's close. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
On the direct snap, it's Tyson. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the first down.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
He'll do it himself. Makes one man miss. Makes the tackle right at the 28-yard line. Pick up a 5, and they'll move the sticks. They'll try to pump the draw. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Here on third down, you might want to protect the field goal, but you have to stay aggressive. Runs through the tackle. Not enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Breaks into the... Got some room into the goal line. He's in for the touchdown.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Here's the return from inside his 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This offense is feeling itself right now, and momentum's coming along with it. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged out of the air. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Wants to go up top. Pocket breaking down. Short gain on the play before he slides. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. So they couldn't get it done on 3rd down. Now they'll line up in punt formation. He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Quick release by the QB. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. He'll try the left side. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. He's taking the shot. Wide open, he makes the catch. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
From the gun to give, looking for room. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. After trying the running game on first down, they come to the line on 2nd down. Look out, he's got room. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Gives it on the option. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line. Give to the running back. To give them a 1st and goal from the 10.
Well, this guy hasn't quite put up Heisman numbers in this game, but in a moment where they need him the most, in the 4th quarter, look how strong he is running. Breaking tackles, he's been smart, he still has the ability to cut. He looks like he could play another 4 quarters.
They are controlling the ball, 9th play of the drive. They'll ride the hot hand. And into the end zone for a touchdown.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Gives it on the option. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
They're working that left side. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football tackle and don't give up the big plays.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And he dropped it. Oh, what a missed opportunity. Nobody around. Just had too much time to think about it. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. He's going to throw deep right side. And the pass is incomplete, and there's a penalty flag down, and no big secret why. That receiver was being mauled by the defender.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Tempo and overdrive. Second down, they'll go to the air. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Buys a little extra time. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. They want that clock to run. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Trying to beat him to the left. Got room to work. There he goes. A late game touchdown to put 6 on the board. That one might have put the finishing touches on this game.
This one is over. Game, set, match. The defense had a chance to maybe kind of keep their team in it, but the offense said, take it to the locker room.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They'll start this drive going to the air. Quickly out to the tight end. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. They'll run play action. He's got him. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here's the pressure. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. It's on target and complete. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. They'll try to get the 1st through the air. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Booker. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Booker.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off his spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games, and we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
Working that left side now. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the 1st down at the 36. Wants to throw on 1st down. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. One more play to pad the stats. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Bring in the heat. And they got him. Didn't have much of a chance on that one, and a fitting way to put a capper on this game.